Hey, Craig here from The Run Experience. We have a roller review to do. This is the R8 from Roll Recovery. We didn't have it when we did our roller review last time, and it was so great. We want to do a separate video on it. I'm going to tell you all about it. All right, this thing looks like a torture device, and it kind of is, as all rolling devices can be, but this is a very unique toy, and we've seen all kinds of types of rollers come out, right? Different materials, whether they're balls or rollers or things you put on the ground. This is so unique that I will admit, when I first looked at it, I was like, oh, it's like some sort of gimmick. But one of our coaches, Kirk, convinced me to try it again, and when I did, I realized, like, wow, I put some time in. This is probably one of my favorite rollers right now. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, it's $120, but the roller that actually works for you is the one that you're gonna use. And what I love about this thing is that it doesn't require me to get on the ground and roll around, because oftentimes, let's be honest, you're sitting on the couch and you know you should be doing some mobility work, but you're not doing it. I keep this on my couch, and I put in so much more time than I ever did before because of my ability to just sit on my couch and do it. I do it when I'm on the phone, I do it when I'm working sometimes or talking to Nate. Like, this is the roller that I use the most because it's the easiest to use. All right, so I want to talk to you a little bit about how it is recommended you use this and then how I use it, which is slightly different. This, you know, it takes a little work to figure out how to do this because you got to roll it onto your leg, and then if you see in this diagram here, this is from R8, it tells you to start rolling it. You kind of rotate the device onto your leg, and then it talks about doing these kind of horizontal strokes with the muscle fibers. So if you're along your IT band, along your inner adductor, and you can swap it and have it along your quad and your hamstring. The cool part is it gets both muscles at the same time. The thing that I don't quite like about how it's demonstrated here is that it's going along the muscle fibers, and if you've looked at any of our rolling or soft tissue work videos, of which we have plenty, and we talk about it all the time in our training club, we recommend that you roll sometimes east-west against the muscle fibers, because that is really what breaks up some of the adhesions and some of the scar tissue that is accumulating through your workouts. So I want to kind of just demonstrate how I'm using this compared to how they're talking about using it, and how it can be really, really effective, especially for your calves, soleus, and like your quad and IT band area. All right, let me show you how I use this R8 roller. Let's just pretend I come back from my run, I'm sitting on the couch, I've showered, whatever it is. First of all, in order to get it on you, you have to rotate it down at a 90-degree angle. So I rotate it and it kind of rolls in, and they have these springs here which kind of add some pressure. But the nice thing about this is I can grip it here and I can release the pressure, or I can push farther in if I want more pressure. So I rotate it on, and let's say I'm trying to get my IT band. One of the problems with the IT band is it starts to adhere to this quad muscle, and over time it can get kind of stuck there, which starts to pull on your IT band, can cause all kinds of problems. Now, the way that it is demonstrated in that poster I showed you is to kind of go like this. And a lot of people will sit there and they'll do this, and you get some work done. It kind of feels like a massage, it feels good, but it's really not doing the amount of work that you can get it to do. And in order to do that, I like to get it at like a 45-degree angle and get into a specific spot that's tough, and then rotate one side so I can start to peel away those muscle fibers. Now I'm moving east-west across the muscle fiber as opposed to with it. And we talk about this with the lacrosse ball, we talk about it with any sort of, with your normal trigger point roller. There are a lot of different ways of rolling, but when you're just going with the muscle fiber, you're really not getting as much work done as you could, and you're really not getting some of that soft tissue myofascial release. So when you pull away like this, you can really get into the IT band, and this is why I think this thing is magic. I'm sitting down and I can get some real good work done on my IT band. Finally, my favorite way of doing this, I suffer from shin splints, so getting behind the soleus, right on that tibia, behind the tibia bone, you can really get into the soleus. And it's kind of like taking, I know Coach Kirk had a video earlier about taking two balls and putting them on side and leaning into, so you're kind of compressing the soleus on either side of your leg like this. With this tool, you don't need that, and you don't even need to be on the ground. You can just really get behind that bone and feel that work getting done. So these are my two favorite exercises. They talk about using it on your glute, but you really can't. It was hard for me to get a real good massage there. But for your quad, your hamstring, your IT band, this is absolutely perfect, and especially for that soleus and those lower muscles of your leg. All right, guys, that is the review for the R8 roller. The R8 roller from Roll Recovery. I really love this roller. I'm sad that we didn't get it in our first review, but now we've spent a lot of time about how I use it and give you some real detail about like how to use these tools in general to kind of go east-west instead of north-south. Highly recommend you try one of these out at least. They're sometimes at expos for races. Get a chance to get your hands on it to see for yourself. It's 120 bucks, so it's definitely an investment, but it's an investment in the right direction because you know how you treat your body is how it's going to last for the long run, and we teach that over and over and over in all of our training videos. Speaking of which, you should be subscribing to our channel right now because we have videos coming out each and every week. If you liked this one, if you liked the R8, if you have questions, hit the like button and then let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer any sort of questions you have. I will see you in the next video.